Greetings, friend of karmic affinity. Have you ever lain awake deep into the night, replaying past conversations over and over, or drawing up terrifying scenarios for things that haven't even happened yet? You feel as if you are carrying the whole world on your shoulders, in fear that if you neglect it for a single second, everything will collapse into ruins. But my dear friend, the fact that you found this video at this very moment is absolutely not a coincidence. Perhaps your soul is yearning for an answer, an escape. The universe wants to send you an important healing message, a great paradox of life that the Buddha understood deeply. That is, when you dare to let go of control and stop worrying, everything will automatically fall into its rightful place. Take a deep breath, relax your tensed shoulders, and open your heart to receive this liberating truth, the paradox of letting go. My dear friend, we often grow up with a false belief deeply rooted in our subconscious that worrying is a responsible act. We think that if we worry enough, toss and turn long enough, then somehow risks will vanish and problems will be solved. But look straight at the truth. Worrying has never been the solution. It is merely a rocking chair. It keeps you moving constantly, but never takes you anywhere. The truth is, anxiety does not empty tomorrow of its sorrows. It only robs today of its strength and clarity. When your mind is stirred by fear, it is like a glass of water muddied with silt. You cannot see the bottom, you cannot see the solution, and you cannot reflect the beauty of life. This is the greatest paradox of the universe that you need to understand to find freedom. When you stop desperately chasing the things you desire, be it love, success, or security, they begin to find their way to you. Why is it so strange? Because when you are preoccupied with chasing, you are emitting the energy of lack and fear. But when you let go of stressful attachment, you radiate the energy of peace and wholeness. The universe does not respond to what you want. The universe responds to your energetic state. Do not try to run after and catch the wind. Stand still and open the window, and the cool breeze will automatically rush into your house. The moment the hand releases, the mind shines. Try to imagine your mind right now in the posture of a tightly clenched fist. That is the state when you steel yourself to control the outcome, to force life to follow your will. The harder you clench, the more your muscles ache. And most importantly, a clenched hand cannot receive anything new from life. Inner transformation begins at the very moment you courageously loosen your fingers. That is when the mind shifts from fight mode to relax mode. You need to understand that an agitated and fearful mind will only draw up illusions, just as a surging lake surface distorts the image of the sky. Only when you dare to relax your defenses can stillness return. And miraculously, within that effortless stillness, clear wisdom will automatically manifest to show you the most correct path. Something that the noisy anxiety of before had obscured. The backpack of stones and the attraction of freedom. Imagine you are climbing the mountain of life with a heavy backpack on your shoulders. Inside that backpack are not necessary provisions, but it is filled with rough and sharp boulders. This stone is the fear of failure. That stone is the torment over an old mistake. And another stone is the anxious scenarios of tomorrow. You hunch your back, walking laboriously, yet you do not dare to cast them off because of the misconception that they are necessary to keep you safe. But my dear friend, the truth is, they are only pinning you to the ground and preventing you from seeing the blue sky. Liberation begins when you recognize the difference between desire and attachment. You can desire a good life, but you do not need to desperately cling to it like a soul lifebuoy. The moment you courageously take off that backpack of stones and set it by the roadside, a miracle will happen. You stand up straight, your chest opens to receive the wind, and your soul becomes light. It is that very lightness and freedom that creates an incredibly powerful, attractive magnetic field. When you no longer exude the energy of heaviness and lack, good things will automatically be attracted toward you, as naturally as bees and butterflies find their way to a flower blooming leisurely under the sky. The state of consciousness determines the result. My dear friend, let us look deeper into the secret mechanism of attraction. There is a law of energy that we often overlook. The universe does not respond to what you crave with words. The universe responds to your state of being, or your own vibrational frequency. If you pray for peace and luck, but your mind constantly vibrates at the frequency of fear, doubt, and the need for strict control, then life will only bring you more troubles and obstacles to match that fear. Anxiety acts like a thick wall. It blocks the natural flow of prosperity and serenity that wants to enter your life. When you are too busy worrying about how to make everything go according to your plan, you unintentionally clog the paths through which solutions could appear. Therefore, the act of letting go here carries an extremely practical meaning. Creating space. Imagine a room crammed with old furniture. It is impossible to fit in a new piece of luxury furniture. Your mind is the same. If it is full of calculations and fears, then the miracles of life will have no room to squeeze in. When you dare to let go, you are cleaning your house of consciousness. You create a silent and clear void. It is within that empty space that wisdom can sprout and the best opportunities can be attracted. Remember, you do not need to try to arrange the whole world. You only need to rearrange your own mind to be truly peaceful. And the external world will automatically fall into order. 3 steps to practice letting go. And freedom. To turn this understanding into a vivid reality, I invite you to practice 3 specific steps right in your daily life. These are the turnkey keys that help you open the door to freedom whenever anxiety pays a visit. The first step is observing the mind. When a storm of worry strikes, please do not be quick to identify yourself with it. Step back, play the role of a silent observer, and see the fear as a dark cloud passing through the sky of the mind. Gently say to yourself, "I see you, fear, but you are not me." This subtle separation helps you maintain composure and avoid being swept away by the flood of emotions. The second step is conscious breathing. When the mind begins to race toward the future with terrifying scenarios, the breath is the only and sturdiest anchor, keeping you with the present. Take a deep breath, feel life entering your chest, and exhale very slowly to let go of all physical rigidity. With just 3 complete and deep breaths, you have cut off the energy source of panic and returned the mind to a state of balance. And the final step is action without attachment. Do what needs to be done with all your heart, enthusiasm, and highest responsibility. But immediately after completion, let go of the result entirely. Be like the farmer who sows seeds and tends them with all his might, but trustingly entrusts the sprouting and fruiting to the earth and sky. When you combine these 3 things, you will live a life of both utmost effort and leisurely peace. The miraculous result of letting go. When you persistently practice this art of letting go every day, a miraculous and profound transformation will gradually take place within you. You will notice yourself becoming as steady as a great mountain under the sky. Storms outside may still rise, circumstances may still fluctuate, and the world may still judge, but your heart is no longer easily shaken. You are no longer a dry leaf swept away by the wind, but have become a root clinging deep into the soil of serenity. Furthermore, your outlook on life will also change completely. You no longer see the world as a dangerous battlefield to be dealt with, but see it as a gentle flow to rely on and learn from. Vague fears about the future will vanish, giving way to an ironclad faith in the path you are walking. You understand and trust absolutely that every turn, every arrangement of the universe is silently leading you to exactly where you need to be. At exactly the most perfect time. That is the priceless reward of a soul that has learned how to let go in order to trust. Greetings, dear friend. Our journey of exploring the paradox of letting go concludes here today, but the door of freedom in your soul has only just opened. May you always remember one thing: when the hands stop clenching out of fear, that is the moment the heart opens wide to receive miracles. Letting go of control is absolutely not being irresponsible with your life. Rather, you are giving the universe the opportunity to support and uplift you further. Just do your part completely, with all sincerity, and then step back to let the natural flow handle the rest. If these words of sharing bring you a bit of warmth and relief, please sow a seed of commitment by leaving a comment below this video. I let the universe do its part. When you write those words, you are sending a powerful signal of trust to life. Do not forget to press the subscribe button so that we can continue to accompany each other on the path to finding balance and awakening. May you always be brave enough to let go and peaceful enough to receive the good things that are coming. Goodbye, and see you again.